lied on the stand today. For whatever reason. But I am your husband, and I do have a right to know the truth. Is Jake my son?
Yes. Come on, Jason. I know you can see the way she's boxed you in. Elizabeth made sure you would never be able to tell the world that Jake is your son because you would open her up to perjury charges. She got exactly what she wanted in that courtroom today.
You're wrong.
I am not wrong. She stole your only son. And there's only one way to make this right. Let her suffer the consequences of her actions. Admit that Jake is your son, or I will do it for you. I know hearing that I slept with Jason in the middle of the trial was a shock, but I did not intend for you to find out this way.
As if you wanted me to know?
Yeah, you're right, I didn't. But now that it's out, do you want to talk about it? You want to hear about it from my perspective?
Yeah, I want to know the truth. The truth that you said on the stand. Were you only with him one night?
Yes. Yes, and it was because I honestly believed that you and I were over.
Was being with Jason something you think about?
No. No.
You know the whole town was in a blackout? That means you walked up however many flights of stairs to get to him.
God, I was angry like I wasn't counting stairs. I needed a friend. And it turns out Jason needed one too.
When you found out you were pregnant, it must have occurred to you that the baby could have been his.
There was an equal chance that it was yours.
So you weren't sure?
No, and I didn't know for 2 months because that's how long it takes to get a paternity test.
And you keep the secret all to yourself?
Yes.
You didn't tell Jason?
No.
You know what I don't understand is that you didn't believe in me enough to be honest. That you let me choke upon guilt the past year. And I apologized over and over again about my affair with Maxie, while you yourself knew that you were unfaithful. Jason, how could you do that?
Because I was trying to protect you.
Do I have to remind you what I'll do? If you tell anyone that I'm Jake's father.
No. I got it loud and clear. You will turn me in as an accessory to Jake's kidnapping because in a moment of weakness, during probably the worst time of my life, aside from the death of my daughter, I froze, I panicked.
I do not want to hurt you. But I'm not going to let you turn my son's life inside out either.
Don't you mean lucky son? After all, he is Jake's father of record, but he shouldn't be permitted to know the truth because you and Elizabeth have spoken. Well, you know, Jason, I happen to disagree. And the more this drags on, the more I know I was right. Maureen may have been half crazy from grief, but she couldn't be any worse of a mother than that lying, manipulating Elizabeth Spencer. I slept with Jason the night that I found you and Maxie having sex in our bed. I felt that you would never stop choosing her or your pills over me.
So your first stop was Jason's?
Not because I wanted to sleep with him, but because I needed a friend. I didn't know until I got there that he had a similar shock. He had just found Sam with Rick. I mean, that night we were like the walking wounded. Our relationship seemed unsalvageable. So we just, I don't know. Do you want me to keep going?
I want it out. I want all of it.
After I left Jason's house the next morning, I believed that I didn't have a marriage to go back to. So I was going home to tell you that things were over, but you weren't there. Instead, I found a note saying that you had gone to your first NA meeting. Of course, I thought it was a lie, that you were just appeasing me so you wouldn't have to deal with the consequences of being caught with Maxie for the second time. So I went to the hospital to see for myself. There you were. You were standing in front of a group of people admitting your addiction and pledging to change. You promised me that if we gave our marriage another chance, it would help you stay in the program. How was I supposed to turn away? How was I supposed to crush you with admitting that I had been with Jason? So I kept quiet.
You know, maybe you were justified at first. But I have been clean and sober over the past year. And during that time, I asked you to marry me again. Didn't you think during that time it might seem like a good idea to be honest with me?
I know you like to paint Elizabeth as some cold, unfeeling monster who gets off on lying to everybody, but you're wrong. And if you could possibly think this isn't hurting her, you're wrong again. This has got nothing to do with you anymore. And this is what I want for Jake, and I'm not gonna let you wreck it.
So what, we're all just supposed to sit back while you and Elizabeth hijack Lucky's entire life?
Well, since when do you care about Lucky so
Since
much?
we are both sitting on the same side of the fence looking in at the Liars Club, Jason. I thought you learned something from Alan's death. I thought that you regret how you treated him and how you kept AJ from Michael, but you are still playing with another man's dreams of fatherhood, all in the name of protecting a child who would be just as happy with you as I was. I never thought I would say this, but you deserve every bit of pain you've caused for yourself.
Well, I took a gamble today. Only paid off by half. See, I would have bet money that you were really Jake's father. I'll take it as a victory. At least I was able to establish that you and Elizabeth slept together.
Oh, congratulations, Rick. You blew a hole through the life of an innocent mother. It's great.
It's all relative, isn't it, Jason? I mean, I could say the same thing about you, but that's a debate for another day, right? Because the only thing that's really important is what the jury believes, and that is, if Elizabeth was misguided enough to want to sleep with you, then maybe she was also misguided enough
All right,
to...
cut the crap, okay? You put Elizabeth through hell to push my buttons. You want me to lose it again in the courtroom to make everybody think I'm some kind of animal? Well, you can choke on waiting for your so-called victory because I'm not going to give you what you want.
There was never a right time to tell you that I had been with Jason. I mean, first you were struggling on your own to stay clean, and then you were in rehab fighting for your life. And you kept telling me that the only thing giving you strength to stay on the path was knowing that at the end of all of this, you were going to be a husband to me and a father to my children. I prayed and I hoped that you would never find out. Never find out that I was with Jason. But it's in the past. And you were my future. And I hope you still are.
Then why do you keep dragging Jason along with us? You've always claimed that he was nothing more than just a friend. But not knowing what I know. have to ask you again. Are you in love with Jason?